Hey guys, how's it going? I am about 2 minutes behind schedule because I had to get some more hot tea. I have been running around all day today, and the time just went flying by, and my alarm just went off and said, Wolfpack meeting at 1:30. So here I am. How are you guys? Did you have a good week? First off, we had a ton of snow, but it's a good time to go sewing. So I have a great show for you today. I have Karen coming on. We're going to talk about the big event in St. Louis coming up. And let's see what else. I have a whole batch. Wait till you see this. Hey, Kelly. I have a whole batch of fabric that just went, I just broke a nail. A whole batch of fabric that I'm going to show you because I know it's hard to tell. These all went on the website. I told you I'm getting rid of my stash, but I also bought a whole bunch of new fabric that I think you're going to love. So I'm going to share that with you and give you the Puyallup overlap of what's going to happen there and update on the pants masterclass. So welcome everyone. Say hi. Kelly, you haven't seen snow in years. Yeah, well, I'd send you some. It's actually melting right now. I can't complain. So I see you all rolling in. So before I bring Karen on, just give me a little love and tell me that you can hear me okay. You know how live shows go. Great to see you, Phyllis. Oh, yes, and we are live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So leave comments in either area, and I can share them, and I can see them. Hey, Judy, great to see you. We got Kentucky coming in. So, Karen, do you like watching the show on YouTube better or Facebook better? Or it doesn't matter? Just out of curiosity. And you can also catch the replays. All right, you can hear loud and clear. All right, well, I'm not going to make one of my favorite people that I have done shows with for, let's see, I'm going to have to ask her, but I think I've done 3 or 4 with her. Last year I missed it, and I was so bummed because I was actually in Puyallup. So this year I'm there, and I can hardly wait. So let's bring Karen up. Hi, Karen.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So for those of you that do not know Karen, she owns Heyde Sewing. It's down in St. Louis. And I love your backdrop, by the way.
Thank you.
Is that the store? Are you in the store?
I am in the store, yes.
Oh, it looks so good. I need a little cleanup in aisle 4 behind me. So I have been talking about the show, and I thought there can be nothing better than bringing you on here yourself. How many years? Is this year 5 or 4?
4.
4. Okay. Well, it's one of my favorite events, and I was explaining to everyone that they get to play on new machines, how it's a little bit different because they rotate. So I thought, why don't you share just a little bit about why you started this show and how it's going?
I basically started it to educate consumers or customers on embroidery, crafting, sewing, everything that they could get as far as educational in a 3-day period. So it's almost like taking a class on steroid because you're running around for 3 days. You're doing 11 classes. You're shopping. You get to eat. You get to visit with people. And then plus we have games. We give away door prizes. So all of my vendors sent in great door prizes. Last year we got tons of fabric. So those will be given away. We do them about every hour. We draw names. So great opportunity to meet and actually talk to the vendors because we got a lot of them coming. We got Kimberbell, we got OESD, we got AccuQuilt. So we do sew on a Bernina's and we sew on a Brother because I'm a dealer for them. So.
Well, so I'm going to bring up the website real quick here so everyone can see. You said fabric, though, by the way. Fabric, you have the Wolfpack here. We love fabric. Oh, here we go. All right, so here is the lineup.
Sure. So we got Cindy Hogan. We got Jerry and Karen Carroll. So Jerry is going to be he's with Brother. So he'll be doing some classes on the new Brother machine, the Siller. And Karen Carroll, she does with Cindy Hogan on our scan and cut. Michelle is a Brother educator. So then we also have, who is that? Phyllis Faye. She is Studio 180. And then we got Tamara Evans from OESD. And then, of course, you.
I'm very excited about this.
We got Vanita McCall. She's a Bernina educator. And along with her is Kathy Wright. And then Jordan from OESD. He is great. If you want to know anything about stabilizer or anything like that, he'll be in our market area. So
I think that is
added Joanne Banco.
yes.
Joanne is a really awesome. I think you've had her on your show, I'm sure. So
Yep, the Wolfpack is very familiar with Joanne, Cindy, even Jerry, probably a few of the others. But you know what you said at the end there about the what's his name? I haven't met him yet, I don't think. Jordan. Oh, yes, I've met Jordan. So I just had to put my glasses on. So the deal with Jordan and what you just mentioned is there's a lot of learning here at this event. You get a chance to play on some of the best machines. You get to learn about products, stabilizer, things like that, because the vendors are there. And then in my class and some of the classes, you also leave with the project. So I've been working on my project and I have such a hard time because there's 3 versions I like. Now,
all 3, huh?
Yeah, we'll just do like a different one each hour. But I remember a few years ago, some of the projects that came out of there. I think Cindy Hogan is the one that had etched glass or something like that. It was so cool. And Michelle had a zippered bag that was with
it was made out of candy wrappers.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yes.
So
guarantee anybody who signs up, I mean, everybody walks away with either 1 or 2 projects, but you also walk away with a goodie bag that we give out to you during registration. It's $150 value, but you walk away with a USB. So you have all of the classes and the instructions, and if you don't get time to do it, you have the kit to take home so you can complete it at home.
That's very cool. And that's nice that they get to have the directions to take home because, you know, this is a 3-day event. And after 3 days, your mind is like, whoa, so full of information. Just like when we go to any sewing event, it's, you know, invigorating. You see a lot of things, you learn a lot of things, but it's so nice to have that USB, to have the directions right there when you get home. And then you can't remember how to do something and it's right there.
So I will tell you, I have a lot of friends that are brother dealers along with Bernina dealers. So this is the first year that I have offered friends of mine that are dealers to come, and they're going to be helping me. So if you're in Kentucky or Bowling Green, I have just went blank on his name. From Madison's. So they're Jerry and Angela. So they're coming and they're going to help me out. So if they're your dealer, you'll be able to see them there. And then also out of Kansas City, I've got Beth and Dan's coming that has A1 sewing. So
that's awesome. Cindy's on here saying hi to you too, Cindy. Cindy, is your project done? You should be on here live to tell us about this.
She's already touched base with me. She's got it going.
Oh, and Joanne usually pops in here too. So it's a lot of fun. It's 3 days. The dates are, I had it on here, March.
Yeah, so it's March 27th, 28th, and 29th.
And there's still room, but not a lot. So I have your website up here, Heyde Sewing, or you can call the store.
Yeah, 314-843-1168. And Angela, if you want to tell me your promotion you're going to offer, and we're going to give it to them.
All right. So if you call the store to sign up for this class and say you saw this on with the Wolfpack, you're one of the Wolfpack, I'll share that part. Now you tell the rest.
Okay. You go to the store, and then we are going to have a $25 gift card at Extravaganza waiting for you you to use at our market area. So.
And in the market area, by the way, I usually try to hit that during lunch break because it's not just my products. There's so many awesome products there, things that maybe you haven't seen. Well, at a sewing show, how could you not find more things to purchase? You just mentioned fabric. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff there and you really learn a lot, but then there's stuff there right there that you can purchase. Make sure you leave room in your suitcase. You know how that works.
Well, and we always do discounts. So never are you paying full retail. You will get an awesome discount on anything that you buy at Extravaganza. So it's well worth, and I don't know if we mentioned that, it's $195 registration. For the 3 days, it includes all of your kits, everything that you need, your USB, and your $150 goodie bag that you go home with.
Which is really a great deal for 3 days of nonstop sewing, crafting. I say crafting too because there's a little bit of everything there. I just saw some people say, well, what's your project? Well, the classes, I'm limited to 90 minutes, so we're not going to do a whole pair of pants or a jacket because it would be a miracle if we did that in 90 minutes. But I have got the cutest sewing tote bag that we are going to make in that period of time. And I'm going to be featuring on the Luminaire. And that's why I can't make up my mind which portion I want to show off. So I'm going to have to narrow it down, though, and get this done. But what I might do is share directions for the other variations as well, just so you have the other options if you have the Luminaire when you get home.
Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, yeah. And I want to mention, too, our theme for this year is Mardi Gras. So we are having a contest with Mardi Gras masks. So if you have any kind of embroidery design or you want to make your own Mardi Gras mask, we are bring it with you. So we are having a contest, and they will be judged by all the customers there.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Mardi Gras, who doesn't love that? I think I still have a whole section in a bin of Mardi Gras beads, and not that I earned on my own, just for the record. But I purchased a whole bunch, and then I had a whole a pile of gifts when I went to down to St. Louis during Mardi Gras. So, and well, let's see, I still have the king cake, baby.
Okay.
Well, if you guys have any questions, you can message me. I will forward you to Karen. I have her website up here, HeydeSewing.com. There is, the website has let me bring it back up here real quick. There's the information where you can just sign up. It also tells you a lot of the question and answers, if you're flying in, where you're staying, and there are the people that are coming. So it's going to be a great event. I'm so excited that I'm able to make it. Thank you for having me, because it's one of my favorite things to do.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Karen. Everybody say hi to Karen. And if you're in St. Louis, be sure to stop by and visit her store too.
Thank you.
So if you have ever wanted to, there's so many different events that we talk about, like Puyallup, that's different. This is a sewing machine dealer that has this. So the machines are supplied. You get to go from room to room to room and play on just about everything you could think of. And the instructors are amazing. So, well, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about everyone there that's teaching. So it's pretty cool. If you're in St. Louis, there are a few seats left. And actually, when I called her to see if she wanted to come on the show, I said, I hope there's a few seats left. And she said there are, but not a lot. So if you're thinking about it, you might want to head over to Heyde Sewing. And that will be just in about a month. So, all right. I saw a bunch of you rolling in saying hi. Some of you are leaving. Susan, I think you said you were off to the other side of town. So what have you missed this week? Well, a few things. One, I launched the Pants Masterclass, if you missed that. As I have promised, it goes to the Fashion Sewing Club members first. So I have good news and bad news. The good news is it sold out immediately, which was awesome. And it's a great group of people. So, well, I guess that's the bad news if you weren't in the Fashion Sewing Club to hear about it. This is going to be at my studio this fall. The good news is I was able to rearrange my schedule, and I'm offering it the following week as well. So this will only be open to Fashion Sewing Club members until April 1st. So if it fills up, then it's full. I'm keeping the sizes limited in students so everyone gets ultimate attention, and I have a lot of really cool things planned. So if you want information on that, pop into the Fashion Sewing Club or check your newsletter that went out on Monday. And if you're thinking of joining the Fashion Sewing Club or you're wondering about the pants class, you can message me and I'll give you information. If you're not in the club, though, you cannot, it's not open until April 1st. So I am very excited. Wynn's excited. I told Wynn that he had to have the boat in the water because a few of the husbands are roaming. I mean, not that we don't want to go fishing as well, but a few of the husbands are roaming along with the wives. And I said, keep that boat in the water. I'm sure they're going to want something to do. I know. I think it's going to be great. So I was so excited. I usually can't move things around in my schedule, but I've been planning this for a while, as you know, and well, let's give it a roll. And I know I'm going to see so many of you. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so fabric. First off, where is, I'm looking right here real quick. Oh, I saw you guys asked my shirt. No, I did not hand dye it. I could have, but it came this way. This I bought from Vogue Fabrics years ago, and I was wearing like a gray pair of jeans today, and I thought this matches perfectly, and it's the perfect temperature. But wouldn't this be fun to hand dye? Yeah, that should be one of the next classes, because that is my favorite thing to do. And my washer and dryer at the office is still not hooked up because it hasn't been a high priority, but I'm kind of going through withdrawals. So maybe that's why I pulled this shirt out of the closet. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about fabric. Oh, Karina, we would love for you to come. Although you told me how much it is to fly from Norway. That's a long way. Lisa, we would love to have you too. Isn't it your daughter's birthday or something like that? Okay. Let me pull out some of this fabric. So what I've been doing is I started on the website, Angela's Stash. And if you go to angelawolfpatterns.com, there's a section, Angela's Stash. Now, that fabric is already marked down. Fashion Sewing Club members, you know, you always get a discount. And whenever I have a coupon code up, that will be there. But I have something that I put on the website that I found while I was cleaning out stuff. And some of you have asked me for this pattern before, so you can message me privately if I didn't reply or I didn't have it at the time. So do you remember this? How about the dress behind me? All right, let me go get it without tripping. Hold on a sec. Remember this one? Okay, so this was one of the first DVDs that I did for Threads Magazine. It was One Pattern, Many Ways. So I took this simplicity pattern, which, you know, I wasn't very excited about because I like to do my own patterns, but it worked. And I did this DVD to show you how to take this and turn it into a ton of outfits. So let me just bring those up for you just so you can see. So what I've done, because I have a handful of these patterns that I had saved because I knew they were going to go out of stock. So I have these. Let me just share my screen here. There you go. Can you see that okay? All right. So this pattern goes with this DVD. So do you remember One Pattern, Many Ways Part 2? That's the one with the Evelyn pattern. So let me just bring this up so you can see it. This is number 2. And this one has the Evelyn. And I take the Evelyn and turn it into pretty much every pattern that I haven't come out with, if you know what I mean. All right, let me make sure. Okay, making sure that wasn't important. Okay, so here is all of those jackets. That's part 2. Well, part 1, let me bring that back up here, is right here. And I think I have 5 of the smaller size. And then there's about 10 of size 16 to 24. Now, this is simplicity patterns, right? Not my patterns. So I marked down the whole bundle. The DVD itself is usually $24.95, but you can have the DVD and this for the $34.95. And then Fashion Sewing Club members, you guys get that extra discount. So what's in here? Here you go. The DVD and the pattern. And once these are gone, I'm not carrying them again. You have both, Janet? Kelly, the sizes are, these were the only sizes that were available in Simplicity. One is 16 to 24, but their sizes run different. So let me just check out real quick. Here is a photo for those of you that want to see these are some of the outfits I made. Remember that, vest out of Sherpa, that top? There was quite a few outfits in there. And I also showed you how to hem a pair of pants on with a slit in the side. Okay, let me bring this back down. And I'll check that size for you real quick, Kelly. It is, they make these so small. Size 24. I was trying to see how far the bust went on this. I think it goes up to a bust size of 46, a waist of 39. I'll double check that though. But this one is 16 to 24 and the other one is 8 to 10 or 8 to, hold on. Hold on, keep yourself company for 1 second. I gotta grab it. I just had it right here too. Wouldn't you know? Okay, so the other one is size 8 to 16. And yeah, if you need measurements on this, let me know. But I only have 4 of the small size, and I have about 8 or 10 of the larger size, the 16 to 24. So if you decide you want that, you can get the combo package and just leave me a note of what pattern you want with it. Okay? And once they're gone, because they don't carry that pattern anymore. And the DVD you can get on digital now on Threads. So DVD 2 I will still carry, but this one is maybe not so much. Okay, you have both. Kelly, you want 16 to 24. Kelly, I'm going to save that 16 to 24 for you. So just when you order it, just leave the note. Yeah, I know. Well, I never know what sizes these are going to be. And so, by the way, you would love to have that DVD, Lisa. So, of course, that's going to be the giveaway this week. I will announce the winner in Puyallup next week. Or actually, I'll announce the winner Wednesday on my way to Puyallup. So even if you order this and you get your size and I ship it to you, if you're one of the winners, I just refund your money. Okie doke. All right. So I knew somebody would remind me there was a giveaway. Pam, you want the 8 to 16. All right, I'll save that one. Now we're down to 3. Yes. So, but by the way, even if you order it, I'll give you a refund. So if you think you want it, you know you want it, you don't want to lose one of these patterns, just hop over, and the website you all know, but I'll give it to you up here anyways, just in case you don't. Well, you can go to Fashion Sewing with AngelaWolf.com or go to AngelaWolfPatterns.com. All right. Now, what else? Housekeeping things. I'm almost finished with the Shirley directions. You guys saw this top last week. I still didn't wear it because I haven't put my little hook and eye in it yet. But I'm bringing it to Puyallup. I think it's going to look fantastic. Well, we'll see. I'm going to wear it under a black jacket. Let me show you some of this fabric. And I have a question for you. Because someone asked the other day, I saw a blog post from someone that said, hey, can you, oh, by the way, I see some more people asking for sizes. I don't want to change the subject. Just message me, okay? Or send me an email, whichever way you know how to get a hold of me. And I will go in order of who has those. Because I see Pam on here and I think someone else. Can you just get the pattern if you have the DVD? Yes, you can, Annette. Just message me. You sure can. And I'll give you the discounted rate for the pattern as well, even if you're not getting the combo. And I think the 8 to 16s are gone because we've got Pam and Mary Lou Perez. Sorry, I know who you are, Mary Lou. I didn't know. I wasn't reading too fast. And I will go back and double check that I don't have 4. And then Judy, so that's 4. And I think I might have another box somewhere, hopefully. But once you guys list, just send me a message. And if I run out of the small sizes, I will go through my stash downstairs. All right, fabric. Okay, I saw this blog post and I'm just curious your opinion. It said that today is the day where all of these people, that would be all of us, sewing is taking off. Like there's no tomorrow. The younger people are sewing, everybody's sewing. And it doesn't mean they're all sewing from scratch, but once they start upcycling and refashioning, they are starting to sew from scratch, which is great news for somebody like me. That's my job. But okay, so here's my question. They said, buying fabric online is almost impossible. Well, it is, but it isn't. I just think with new technology and the ways that things happen in life, you have to move forward. Now, a lot of the stores have closed because there just wasn't enough foot traffic, or they didn't get online in time, or when they're online, they didn't have any other source of income. And I could totally see that happening. So as you know, I pop into the group and I hold the fabric, let you see the fabric through my hands. That's the only way I know how to do this. Now, I couldn't possibly do that for every piece of my stash because as Lindsay knows, if Lindsay's on here, say hi. She's been helping me take photos and put this stuff online. We'd be here forever with videos. But I do think that there is an opportunity to sell fabric by showing it to you and saying, okay, this drapes well, and letting you ask questions. There's nothing better, don't get me wrong, than going through a fabric store and touching fabric. As all of us sewers know, I think that's like, I don't know, what would we compare that to? I don't think there is. I don't think there is a comparison. And I have to be honest, I buy a lot of fabric online. Almost all of my bolts come from either purchasing online or if I go to a fabric show, which is kind of like going to a fabric store, except you have to buy a lot of it. I want that fabric you have on right now, Nancy. Well, if I find any of this in my stash, it's yours. But yeah, Denise, you buy online all the time. And I think I've only had one piece that I ordered that was not therapy, that was not as I had thought. And once you get used to different names of fabric, keep a little library of fabrics so you know what they're called. Now, I found a fabric, comfort food. Oh, you guys are great. And Gayla, hello from the sewing shop. Speaking of sewing. So keep a little library. Just put it in a notebook, cut a piece of fabric when you get it, and write the content, where you got it from. Even if that store isn't there anymore or they don't carry it, you'll know. Like, for example, silk charmeuse. We all know what silk charmeuse is. It's the most luxurious fabric ever in my book, and I use it for lining and tops. And I've never bought a piece of silk charmeuse that I was disappointed with. All right, now there's different weights. So if you want to get really technical, but if you have a place that you order from and you trust them and you have good quality, keep ordering. I mean, why not? And when one of you guys open a fabric store, please let me know because I would love to feature you on the show. Speaking of my little friend in Minnesota, as soon as I get back, I would love to have her on the show. Rachel, if you're on here, when I get back from Puyallup, I would love for you to come on to talk about all your minky fabrics because that's such a trend. Well, it has been, but it's such a great fabric. So any of you that are watching this that have fabric shops that you'd like to be featured on the show, I would love to show you off and help support your business. So you got your notebook? All right, guys, so let me show you some fabrics that I put up. And Amy wants to own a fabric and notion store. Amy, that would be awesome. In fact, my husband thinks I own a fabric and notion store. Mine's just what we call stash. Good thing I went into business, right? That's probably the only reason I did go into business. So I wouldn't look like a fabric hoarder. That's what he always says. All right, so here is that DVD. I'm going to take that down here. And if you go to the website on the top, there's quite a few new things up here. But if you go under fabric, I've divided them all up the best that I can according to what they are. If you don't know what you're looking for, you can click on all fabric. And some of these are in smaller pieces. Some of them are in large. Don't even say anything about the photos not being equal. That's just my own issue right now. Okay, so when you click on one of these fabrics, like this is a new one I found. This is a bolt of this. It's 2 yards of black and white pinstripe velvet. And I try to give you a close-up so you can see. It's so luxurious. Now, this one is a big bolt downstairs. So if anyone wants to see that, I can bring that up for next week's show. Or I could do it in the group. But I try to give a good photo. This is 2 yards of black and white. So this was the end of a bolt that I was working on. It comes in a 2-yard piece. So when you go to my descriptions, make sure you look and say, is this sold by the yard or is it just a certain one piece? So this is a 2-yard piece of fabric. If you go under fabric here, and here you go, Angela's Stash. This is where all of these pieces might be 2-3-yard pieces, 2.5-yard pieces. And I always measure a little short. So if it says 2 3/4 of a yard, it's probably a couple inches longer than that. But these are pieces that I purchased myself to make outfits for myself, a couple of these. And I'm not going to. I'm going to just try to get rid of some of this stuff because I need to make room for some more other fabric that's coming in. So let me just show you a couple of these. This is one, silk charmeuse. It's not silk charmeuse, actually. It is a polyester charmeuse, which you're probably thinking, I never sew with polyester. Yes, I do. Only sometimes, though. So let me just bring this up. I'll bring each of these pieces up. Just to give you an idea. So when you hear people talk about polyester charmeuse, you know I love silk charmeuse the most. But every once in a while, I will use this polyester. Now, this is a crepe, kind of a crepe satin. And I remember purchasing this because I was going to use it for lining in a jacket. And I still might, but I put it online just if one of you would rather have it than then I will part from it. But I know. If my sister's on here, she's saying, I cannot believe you're getting rid of something pink. So I was looking at the photo online and I wanted to say, everyone's color tint might be different on your screen. So this is more of, I would say, a rose mauve color. It's not pink, it's a rose mauve. The drape is beautiful. It is a little wrinkled, but it's been folded in a bin for a while. And it's about, I would say, maybe 48 inches wide. But it would make a great lining with a matching top. That's what I purchased it for. All right, that's one. And then just a few others. And if you ever have questions on one, you could always just message me and I could go live and show you what these look like. But this piece here is silk. And I had bought this for lining to go into a brown suit. I'm not going to wear it. I'm not going to make myself a brown suit because I'm just not into brown right now. So it has a coordinating fabric. Wait till you see this. And I cannot remember where I purchased this from, but it's a few years back. So this is a beautiful, it's like a wool blend. It has wool, rayon. I actually, it says it has wool in it on the label, but I don't feel wool in here at all. So I'm going to go with a rayon blend. It's a suiting fabric. So you can see the print. I'll go really slow so it doesn't go. So when you see on a website where it says suiting, don't think of like a suit that you have to wear to work. This could make a great trench coat. Chloe trench, by the way. The drape in it has a little shine to it. Very pretty. And I don't know, this one has, I don't know, maybe 4 yards or 5 yards. There's quite a bit here. I had purchased it to make a jacket and a skirt. And then obviously some extra. I always buy more when I'm out and about. And then here's the piece that, for those of you that do like a dark, rich brown, this is a brown, what I call brown suiting. Again, it's a rayon blend. It has a beautiful drape. It's almost like a crepe. This came off of a bolt. I actually made an outfit out of this a few years back, and I didn't need the rest of the bolt. So this is very nice, a good drape, and this lining matches it perfect. So this lining is a silk, it's a paisley, like that. So you'll find all these under Angela's Stash, or this will be under wool suiting, rayon suiting. Now, when it comes to silk, I'm going to give you just a couple more tips on fabric, and then I'll take your questions. Oh my gosh, do you know what I just realized? Look at how gorgeous this would have been. My Chloe trench. Oh, la la. Now that would have been beautiful. See, this is why we have a stash, because then you go back and you're like, wait, I can't get rid of it. This would have been gorgeous together with the camel. Oh, I love paisley. So one thing with the silk is if you're going to dry clean it in your jacket, if that's what you're using it for, make sure that you have your silk dry cleaned as well. Have it steam pressed. All right. And if you're going to use it in a jacket that you're going to be washing, make sure you wash it. Now, I actually do wash and dry quite a few of my silks. When it comes to a print like this, I'm a little bit more cautious because you don't want to lose any of the color in it. But you can always just take a little square off. All right, and then the last piece, which I remember buying this. Tell me I'm not the only one. If you go through your stash, when you see a piece of fabric, you always know where you bought it from. You know what design you had in your mind. You know what you're planning on doing with it. It's not just me, I'm sure. Confirm that with me. So I don't feel like I just have my mind so full of all the fabric I have. So this is a black and white. It's almost like a tweed, but it's a lightweight, so I can see through it just a little bit. Has a beautiful drape. This would make a gorgeous Chloe jacket. And you wouldn't have to line it. I mean, it is a little bit lightweight, but you might want to. And that poly satin, by the way, this here would make a fantastic lining on this for those of you that want to touch a color. You just want to make sure it doesn't show through the right side. So on this, if you have a lightweight fabric like this and you go to put lining in it, if you can see the color through it, then you have to add an underline, which usually I'll just use a lightweight piece of cotton. I'm gonna bring this close so you can see it's black and white, kind of a tweed. I say kind of because I wouldn't call it officially a tweed. So here is why I don't know exactly what the content is of some of these fabrics. And I could do a burn test, but quite often when I buy some of these, if I grab a piece, usually I will add a little tag to it so I know exactly what it is. But sometimes you get things in a sale bin or remnants. That was the big word for the day, where it's designer fabric that is like been bought from a designer and people who bought it didn't know the content. So, oh, Amy, will you be able to shop my fabric during the pants class? Yes, Amy, you will. And if you ever want to come over anytime before then, you just holler. I'm getting it all organized down there. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited. Lisa says you always remember. I always remember. Yep, all of you do. Well, because when you buy it, you have something in mind of what you wanted to make it. And then if you made the outfit or not, and if you're like me, like I said last week, and I was not kidding, I was working on writing directions for the Liz dress behind me and the Shirley, and I said I'll be doing that until a squirrel goes by, and then I'm going to make the Linda tunic out of my knit. Because you just don't know what mood you're going to be in that day, right? Stash. Oh, I love that, Teresa. Fabric Resource Center. Oh, that sounds so much better. Shout color catchers. Works wonder. Oh, I've heard about those, Melody. I haven't tried them yet. Oh, and then we have Karina, yes, who uses bed sheets for lining, which, by the way, your jacket turned out great. So speaking of, I had to show off a few. Karen, I bought that same fabric in green and white from you. Yes, you did. Did you make something with it, Karen? I can't remember. Yeah, Shirley's the crossover, Leslie. This is the Shirley. So this is the Shirley, and you all know these are coming out sometime this spring, and it's not spring yet, so don't go there. This is one, and then the other Shirley, let me go get the print. And this print, I got at Vogue. This is the other Shirley, which I can hardly wait. I have a feeling that this summer, now this is a lot of colors going on up here, but I got this fabric at Vogue Fabrics. So the Shirley is a top or a dress. all of my wrap dresses are going to be tops or dresses. So this is the Shirley. This one should be finished first. And the reason I want to get the knit ones finished first is because I have a knit class at Linda Z's, and all of these patterns, you'll be able to, we're going to be sewing a knit top. They have a beautiful selection of knits at their store now. And so you can also choose between some of the new wrap styles coming out. Your cruise is in 22 days, Glenda. I better get my tush in gear. So this has like, it's attached to about right here. And this side is attached to about right there as well. So there's no flashing going on, but it's a very cute cut. And then at the bottom, the hem is just a little crooked on purpose. Kelly, spring per Michigan or spring per Michigan. Yes, so that's the Shirley. The Liz is the one behind me. But they're coming, everything's coming along great. I've been testing the patterns, and I'm right on schedule, believe it or not. Pretty close. I hate to say that because you know what will happen. Will it require a cami? No, Leslie, because, well, you could have a cami with it or just like a little strip. But when we were talking, and I think you were on there when we were doing this, if you put a little hook and eye on the back, like let's just say that this is crossing right here. I'm going to put a little hook and eye on the back of the top facing that way. So the hook is going to go like that to give you a visual. And then on this side, in the coordinating area, if you just run a thread tack, or you could do a piece of, you know, metal too for the hook and eye, and then it'll just come to a nice closure. You could wear a cami with it though. Hey, Deborah, glad you made it home. All right, so Louise says, do you have the pattern for the top you had on when you were showing the Chloe trench that is gathering under the bust? What top was that? Was that gray and like a leopard, like a snake skin, Louise? I'm thinking. Because that one I do not have a pattern for, but everything else I pretty much do. All right, go get ready for work, Darlene. All right, so where do we go for the knits class? Oh, Sydney, it's Linda Z's. So that is in, I always say the north side of Chicago. It's north though. Arlington Heights, I think. Let me look up her website real quick. And that is limited in size as well, but it's 2 full days of 2 different days. You don't have to come for both. And each day we're sewing knits each day. So you can have 2 different patterns that you're going to sew all day. And not only will you be able to check the fit of your outfit, which I can help you with that, and then you'll learn a lot of new tips for sewing knits. So let me just Google it real quick. Linda Z, I think quite a few of you said you were going to be there. So I'm going to bring this up for you on, here you go. So it's, oh, well, lindazs.com. Here is her website. They have a lot of new knits there that they're carrying. And that's why we decided to do the knits class. So make sure that if you live near there, stop by there and check it out. I have never been to their store, but I hear it's amazing. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So go through there. You can call them and sign up for the classes. I did not call her to find out if there was still room, but if there's not, I'm sure you can go on a waiting list. I know, Arnell, me either. Or me too. Whatever. Oh, so Arnell, I have to tell you, I was thinking of you the other day because every time I see something purple, I think of you. And I mean, it's only because I know it's your favorite color. How many of you is that your favorite color? Because then I can think of more than you. But Arnell is always looking for a purple. And did you find a purple for the Chloe? I'm just curious. But I don't even know what I was shopping for. Oh, I know. I'm ordering all the new fabric for the sportswear that's coming out in the summer. I mean, I have to do things ahead. And they had this beautiful purple. I said, oh my gosh, if I buy this, does anyone else like purple besides you? I love purple, actually. And I'm curious, is it a certain purple, dark, light, or any purple? Purple is a very rich color, by the way. Anyways, I thought of you. I thought, I know who would love this color. Purple and green. Oh, a lot of you have that. All right, so I want to do a quick show and tell, and the giveaway, as you know, and I will launch it tomorrow, but if you want these patterns with the DVD, go on and order it so you don't lose it. But I'm saving one for the lucky winner. And my watch is telling me to get up and move around. Haven't I just been running around for this fabric? Goodness gracious. Okay, I have to show off a couple of your outfits because those of you that haven't quite started sewing their Chloe yet and are thinking of doing that, let me just bring, there are a couple of amazing outfits. So what are you sewing after the Chloe? Because I'm thinking of actually sewing another Chloe right now before Puyallup, so I have 2 jackets to bring there. This one won't be with lining though. I have a gorgeous mohair that I found downstairs. I know, more wool, but it's green, yellow. I'll show you a photo. It's a whole bolt of this fabric that I ordered a couple years back, and I used it for what I needed it, and I have this extra. Let's see if I can find it. Mohair. Here you go. It's this one right here. The photos were not super great, but you can see it. I tried to make it lighter so you can see it. Isn't that beautiful? I actually think that I bought this. It was part of the Burberry line when I bought it. You can, here's one with the rulers. You can actually see how far apart the colors are. That would make a great Chloe trench because it could just roll up in my suitcase. I could do some nice binding and it'd be like a big old sweater, I'm thinking. All right, let me bring up this outfit here real quick. I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. Okay, Sandra, I have to show this off because this was so cute. So this is in the Fashion Sewing Club, but Sandra made this top. And in our Fashion Sewing Club last week, we were doing a live, our Q&A, and we were talking about how to do this collar. If you look closely, her collar on there is the kind that it crosses over. It's not connected like mine. So I'm wearing the ruche tee. I saw somebody ask that. No, this is the ruche tee. And basically the top that she made, this collar, there's a seam right here and it crosses over. It's such a cute style, but it's still the ruche tee. You just do kind of a pattern hack on the collar. And I love that. So I just had to say, gorgeous. Sydney, you must love purple. She just said her hair is purple now. Oh, Nancy, that's your favorite color too. So a lot of you love purple. Oh, Denise is going to be making the Chanel style jacket. Yeah, I love Sandra's top too, Jan. All right. And there was a couple more in here that you might be interested in. You all are so talented. I have to share. Let's see. It's getting there. Here it is. Okay, Deborah. This was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is her Chloe trench. And when she posted this fabric, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, that is so Florida. I would wear that any day, all day long, anywhere actually. But in Florida, I always need just a nice jacket to wear in the evenings, especially in the winter part. Well, what we call winter. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And kudos to you because you lined up, and I don't know if it was on purpose, Deborah, but you lined up parts of that flower so perfectly that visually on your eye, when you're looking at this, it's like, Whoa, and the sleeves, it's absolutely gorgeous. There's the inside. Got to show the inside. We are going to definitely have to have an inside out contest. I agree. It would be an awesome dress in Chicago. Oh, Kristen, you're working on your daughter's prom dress. That was such a cute photo you posted the other day of your girls sewing. I agree. I love these colors too, Clovis. All right, and there we go. So Deborah, that was like a hands down awesome. Okay, and I think there was one more. I saw Jacinth was in here working on her Chanel style jacket. She's taking my class in on pattern review. Okay, and here was Sandra again, which by the way, the top she just made is going to match this perfectly. So don't forget, guys, if you want me to show off your outfits, make sure you post photos in there and just write a little description so we can share. But I know not everybody's on Facebook, and all of our Wolfpack that's on YouTube, now they can kind of see what's going on here. And this is my favorite, your binding. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so what is coming on next week? Well, as you all know, we have Puyallup. Michelle, you're multitasking. Okay, next week is Puyallup, and there are going to be 3 meet and greets because I heard from so many of you that you said some of you are only going to be there on Friday, some are only going to be there on Saturday, Sunday. So here is the schedule for when we're going to meet. I will be in the Kai Scissors booth. I will also be teaching. I have quite a few classes. Hold on. I think there was openings in like 2 more. Oh, nope. The sheet's in my car. Sorry. But if you, oh no, it's right here. See, I was doing better today than I thought. All right. So on Thursday, that class is full. How to embroider on sheer fabrics, which many of you have watched me do on here anyways, but I do have some new cool things on there to share. These classes are only 50 minutes long. So I will post my schedule in, and I will actually send it in a newsletter so you have it. So if there happens to be room in one of the classes and you want to join, feel free. Otherwise, I will be in the Kai Scissors booth all the rest of the time. So you can definitely find me there. And Jeff from Kai Scissors said, hey, you know what? Let's do giveaways each day then, because some of you said, I'm only going to be there for 1 day. I might be there for 2. I know a lot of you are going to the events in the evening, things like that. Oh my goodness, Cindy, you are hilarious. She said Puyallup versus pneumonia. Is that automatic spell check? Probably. All right, so Thursday, 4 o'clock in the Kai Scissors booth. If you want to meet there, we're going to do a giveaway. He's giving away some scissors, and I will have a special giveaway. Meet the rest of your Wolfpack friends. Saturday, let's see, did I miss Friday? Oh, Friday, it was kind of, Friday's an iffy one because I have class from 4:30 to 5:15. And I know a lot of you are going to be going to the Kenneth King show. So I'm just saying 5:30 in the booth on Friday. If you want to stop by, I will also be there at 3 o'clock, but I have to run to the class. So 5:30 on Friday. And don't worry, I'll post this. You don't have to remember this. And that's at the Kai Scissors booth. And Saturday, 5 o'clock, Kai Scissors booth. We'll have to show Jeff the love. I am very grateful that Kai Scissors sponsors me to come out there, or I wouldn't be able to come out there and see all of you. So, and he says he loves the Wolfpack, so he has something special to give away to each of you. And then if you're in my classes, you get an extra little ticket to go as a giveaway too. So you just come and buy the booth during the day and drop it off. But again, don't worry, I will send this out so you don't have to remember all of this. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you think of it, pop on Kai Scissors' Facebook page and say, hey, thanks for sponsoring Angela. And he's going to wonder what's going on. Oh, I know there's one more thing on my list here. I think I got it all checked off. Boom, one more. Bring this up for you. Those of you that are sewing the Chloe trench and you waited for the blog post because you'd rather have photos, I have part 2 is up on the Brother blog. And I'm going to just bring this up for you. Speaking of Brother, I will be having some of the Brother brand ambassadors on our live show next Tuesday at 2. Tuesday at 2. That was the only time that everybody could get together. So let's see here. Usually it is noon or later. But 4 was too late and noon was too early for some. And I wanted you to meet some of the new ambassadors. Hi, Joey. Pam, am I doing the drawing too? I sure am, Pam. At the show, I will be. I mean, at each day in Puyallup. And Donna popped in. All right, so this is the wrong, let's see. Let me just find it for you real quick. Blog. And when I asked you guys last week, yes, we will see Lisa Shaw. Yes. All right, it's loading right now. So on the Brother blog last week, I showed you part 1. Part 1 was getting the jacket together, getting things together. See you, Linda. Have a wonderful day. And here is part 2. It's getting there. But be sure to stop by there and leave a comment because it's a great place for other people that maybe start sewing the jacket later on that they can say, hey, you know what? I'd like to go leave a comment. And then they're all in one spot. So if you think of it, pop by it's blog.brothersews.com and you'll see some of the other new projects in there. But this one is sewing the pockets. And if you look closely, I show you how I do my lining, which you've seen me do this anyways, but this is just a little bit of, and my top stitching. So one thing that I did different on my jacket is see the top stitching on this pocket. I usually use a 4.0 stitch, but on the pockets, I thought, you know what? I'm going to make that a shorter triple stitch just so you can really see that. And there it is. I think it looks really good. The only thing is, if it's crooked, it would really show up. Yeah, it looks great. What did you say there, Judy? Do you need a coupon code for your stash? No, the prices are already marked down in the Angela stash, but Fashion Sewing Club members, you have a discount. I think it's 25% in the club, so don't forget that. Yeah, that's a bonus of being in the group, remember? So, and that will work on anything in my store. So even if it's something totally discounted, you still get that discount. Otherwise, everything's already marked on sale. Hotty toddy. Pam, that sounds pretty good. There's Lisa. So Lisa, I'm looking forward to seeing you. And I love it too. Oh, thanks, Marty. Well, guys, it's been a whole hour and we got a lot done in that hour. I have a surprise for you next Wednesday. What I will do, since I will probably be flying. I can't remember my schedule, what time I'm leaving, but if so, I will have a live video. I'll do a feature video where I'm watching live from the airplane. I just can't stream live because that would probably be when somebody goes AWOL on the airplane or something. But I'll have something surprising for you. And tomorrow I will post the giveaway for these 2 items here. All right. If I get enough energy tonight, I'll post it tonight. But this will post tomorrow. Usual contest, the way we do it. I'll be giving one of these away. 1 DVD and 1 pattern. And if you purchase one while they're still in stock and you win, I will give you a refund. Yes. Oh, you guys are going to miss tomorrow. So tomorrow, Fashion Sewing Club, we have our live chat. I think it's earlier because there's some people on the other side of the world that wanted something earlier. So for those of you that don't know anything about the Fashion Sewing Club, it's if you go to, I think, academy.angelawolf.com. We do live chats every single week. And we are going to start having themes each month, which is going to be very cool. So we have a lot of fun. And then we're going on our 1-year anniversary. And I have something really cool planned for the club. So 1-year anniversary is, I believe it's the 20th, which is tomorrow. I have to do something great for that because I thank all of you for joining the club. And what a great group of people. And all the Wolf Pack, I love you to death, and thank you for hanging out with me today. So if you have any questions, you can always message me. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and I will see you. I'll see some of you tomorrow and the rest of you next week. All right, keep in touch. Until then, happy sewing or whatever you're doing creatively. Oh, goodness. See ya.